Hey guys, and welcome back to another Showdown live. In this episode I'm going to do some UU matches. As you guys can see, I built a team right here, so let's look into it. The team is built around SD, Guts, Flame Orb, Heracross and Mega Gardevoir. In my experience, those two work really well together. Heracross gets rid of the steel types that wall Mega Gardevoir. I do have HP Fire on Mega Gardevoir though, but that is actually only for Scissor. Maybe we can catch one on a switch in. We'll see that. I was thinking of putting Facade over Earthquake on Heracross, but well, I had some encounters with Chandelures and Steel types, and that forces a 50-50 of whether I'm going for knockoff or close combat. And with Earthquake, we can basically handle both of those things, so it won't force a 50-50. So I might change it to Facade. We'll see. Maybe Earthquake isn't really necessary in this episode. We're gonna see that, but I also have Rotom Wash. Rotom is our physical defensive mon and it handles Scissor, since Scissor is a major threat to Gardevoir in this tier. And yeah, it's a physical wall, nothing really special, just max HP, max defense. And yeah, this is pretty much another thing on this team. This is actually a Sticky Web team. I have Focus Sash Galvantula, because on the Sticky Web it will slow down all of my opponent's Pokemon, and well, with Sticky Web up, Heracross and Gardevoir can outspeed all of those mons, well, except those that are flying of course, and basically act as sweepers and pretty much OHKO more, well, hopefully more than the half of his team, or maybe his entire team. And I also have Thunder Wave, because if we face an Aerodactyl or something, I can T-Wave that and lower its speed since it isn't affected by Sticky Web. So my Stealth Rocker for this team is Empoleon. It's a specially defensive Empoleon. He's also our defogger, and well, nothing really special about Empoleon. And last but not least, we have Choice Scarf Flygon. Since this team without Sticky Web is kinda slow, so I needed a Scarfer to outspeed some threats. And yeah, Flygon fitted on the team since it's also ground type, which I lacked. And it has Fire Punch to once again hit Scissor. Scissor pretty much stops Mega Gardevoir. Yeah, EQ and Outrage. I was thinking of putting Defog on Flygon, but I didn't really want to give up any of these moves right here. So I have some success with this team, and yeah, it works pretty well in my opinion. So yeah, with that out of the way, let's look for a battle. And we have our first battle. He also has a Heracross and Volcanion and Hippowdon, Latias, Scissor. Well, Scissor is a bit of a problem, but I do have some things for that, and also a Raikou. So we might lead off with Hippowdon. I think Rotom is a safe lead. And he does lead off with Hippowdon, so we can threaten that thing. Should I go for Will-O-Wisp and cripple it, or go for Hydro Pump? He might actually switch into Latias, and I'm gonna Willow it. Okay, he's switching Volcanion. I expected that kind of, but I didn't want to go for Volt Switch and risk him staying in. Well, this is a bit of a problem if he is power. Well, did he? No, he didn't show his item, so he could be, well, Gracium Z, Solar Beam, and that will OHKO Rotom right here. I think Empoleon is a safe switch in. He could have Earth Power. Okay, he goes for Steam Eruption. Okay, and that is Specs. That did way too much damage, and he unfortunately burns us. But since he Specs, I can just set up my Stealth Rocks right here. I forgot to say in last episode, if you have any team suggestions or Pokemon suggestions, of set suggestions or mons you want to see, just put them in the comment section below, and I might show them off. But he has Scissor right here. Not sure what Scissor wants to do to me, so I'm gonna go for Scald. Okay, he just wants a defog, so Scissor is his defogger, and maybe we can burn it. Nice, we got a burn back. Some justice. And I'm predicting him to go for U-turn and switch out, so I'm gonna go for Toxic. Okay, goes for Roost. Okay. I'm gonna go for Toxic again. He seems just like a Defog, Roost, U-turn, Bullet Punch set. We're gonna go for Toxic again. Okay. I don't know why he's doing this. I'm just gonna go for Stealth Rock now then. He doesn't seem to want to switch out. Okay, there are my rocks back up. And I can just go into Rotom right here. Don't really want to have Empoleon getting further weakened. And he roosts. Okay, yes, I wasn't going to win this since he has roost. And I'm gonna go for Volt Switch right here. He stays in. Might go for U-turn, so I'm gonna go into Empoleon. Okay, goes for Defog again. This Scissor is annoying. Probably gonna go for Roost or something like that. So let's go into Flygon, make some aggressive plays. I want to force out the Scissor right here because it's really annoying. Goes for Roost as expected. And he doesn't really seem to want to switch out, so I'm gonna click Fire Punch and... Okay, nice, that is a lot of damage, and he goes for U-turn right now. But the Scissor is severely weakened right now, so it isn't really a switch in anymore. So we don't have to let the Scissor get in for free and roost up again. So we have to prevent that somehow. But he goes into Latias right now. And I don't know what Latias it is. It could be a Mega Latias since that is new in this tier. But Empoleon seems like my best switch in. And it is a crit, unfortunately. He might be Soul Deal Latias. I don't really want to... Okay, I could make a play right here. Predicting to go into either Scissor or Volcanion. Let's think about it for a bit. How much HP is he at? He's at 28%. How much did Scald do? Scald did 28. Okay, gonna click Scald right here. But he goes for Z, Devastating Drake. But we actually live that. Maybe we can not poison him and burn him. Okay, we don't. That's unfortunately. Okay, I'm gonna try to set up some Stealth Rocks right here. I don't think he's gonna go into Scissor because I went for Scald last time. But he just takes us out. Okay, no, that's alright. But I can go... I can pretty much go into Galvantula right here and set up my Sticky Webs. Well, actually... I'm gonna T-Wave him. Nice. And... gonna set up my webs right now. Okay, takes out Galvantula, but it's alright, he's paralyzed and he's also... and my stick webs are also up. And I want to see something. Heracross... Does Heracross knock out a Latias with knockoff without a burn? I don't really think so, but... Oh wait, my sets aren't imported. Let's do that real quick. I should have done this at the before recording, I mean. Okay, they're imported right now. Let's go. Heracross custom sets. And this is annoying because Guts doesn't show up for some reason. Well, actually, I'm not even burned yet, so I should go healthy and Latias. Yeah, Life Orb. I think that's the same EV spread as Devastating Drake. And knockoff. Okay, it won't knock him out since he has a Z item or a Z crystal. So let's go into Gardevoir and Trace's Levitate. That's really useful, and we can go for Hyper Voice, I think. I'm pretty sure Scissor will go down to a Hyper Voice. I should maybe calc that, but okay, he stays in. So we get rid of the Latias, nice. But he could go into Scissor right now, and that's a bit of a problem. And I don't want this thing to roost up. Okay, he goes into Volcanion actually. And I kind of... do I need Gardevoir? Well, kind of, to hit Hippowdon and Heracross. Scissor is kinda low already, so I think I'm... let's think about this. He might go for Sludge Wave. I'm going to go and sack Rotom. Could be the wrong play. He goes for Sludge Wave and he crits us. That's kind of annoying. Just gonna click. Okay, he's either gonna knock us out or he's gonna switch. So I'm gonna click Hydro Pump. We're faster. What? Why? Why isn't this thing? Okay, we could have done some major damage with Volt Switch. Well, actually, no, because then one of our Pokemon, I mean, had to die. I don't know why this isn't max speed. Okay, could be missing something, but I'm pretty sure I can go into Flygon right here and just press Earthquake. And actually, he lives, but he goes for Sludge Wave and crits us again, of course. That's just fine. That's fine. No problem. Just crit all of your moves. Doesn't matter. Sarcasm. The Powdon comes here, and I'm gonna go into Gardevoir right here. He sets up his rocks. I expected that kind of, and I can just click Hyper Voice right here and do some major damage to this thing. Does over half and he toxics me, something like that. But I'm just gonna go for another Hyper Voice. And yeah, watch the switch in. Pretty sure Scissor will die to that. He just sacks his Hippowdon. But yeah, I have to look out for Scissor because he's pretty close to Bullet Punch sweeping me. So I don't have to let Heracross get weakened. Okay, he goes into Raikou right now. And probably gonna go for a Shadow Ball. What does more on Raikou? Mega Gardevoir, custom set. And Raikou. Let's go for choice packs. Hyper Voice does more, but if he's AV... Yeah, it could be AV actually, so I'm not gonna risk that and just go for Psyshock. Okay, that does some nice damage. He goes for Calm Mind. Okay, nice. We got him there. So he's Calm Mind. Hyper Voice will knock this thing out. It does more. Nice. Okay. Luckily we didn't over predict and go and switch out or something like that. He goes into Scissor right now. I don't want this thing to roost up, so I'm gonna click HP Fire. Okay, he doesn't go for Bullet Punch, was probably gonna go for Roost, but we stayed in. Gardevoir goes down, unfortunately. But I can go into my Flygon right here. And let's see if any of our moves is going to knock this thing out. Heracross. Or your Choice Scarf. Okay. Outrage is actually doing more than Fire Punch. Okay, didn't expect that. Just let's go for Outrage right here. Does some nice damage and he misses a Stone Edge and that is game. So yeah, we win our first game. He says GG. Let's say GG back. Be a nice citizen. And yeah, we win our first game. And yeah, I was at the bottom of the ladder. I haven't done any UU matches on this account. And we're now 1040. So let's look for another one. Stick Web where really came in clutch in last game. But here we see Trevenant and Talonflame. Okay, you don't see those mons often. Talonflame really got nerfed in this gen. Kind of a shame. It really didn't deserve to be nerfed, or the nerf wasn't even needed at all. It wasn't OP or anything like that. But who am I gonna lead off with? He doesn't really have any hazard removal, so I'm gonna lead off with Galvantula, and as he leads off with Lucario, I'm gonna set up my Sticky Webs. I don't see any hazard removal from his side. He goes for SD immediately. I'm gonna Thunder Wave you. Just slow you down and maybe we can get some full paras. He just stays in. Okay, I'm gonna Volt Switch out right now. He goes for Extreme Speed. Okay, but we take that because of our Sash and we do a nice chunk. If he's max speed, he's now at 150, 153. So we can outspeed him with Empoleon and take his E-speed. So let's do that. Yes, and yeah, we have to go for Scald right here. Okay, he went for CC I think, but I'm not gonna have you do that. And he goes into Trevenant right now. And I just want to Toxic this thing. Trevenant is really annoying with its Harvest set. And it seems like a Citrus Harvest set, maybe Figgy, I don't know. But I'm gonna set up my rocks right now because of the Talonflame and the Weavile. As he goes for a Leech Seed. That's alright. He can just... I can switch into Heracross, I guess. He goes for Horn Leech, we resist that. Nice. And... go for SD right here, I think. Actually, let's start the timer just to... well, it isn't going that so. I don't know why you went for Willow, because my Flame Orb activated. I can just go for Knockoff right here and knock this thing out. Nice. He goes into Talonflame right now. That thing is faster than me, so I have to switch out. I'm just gonna go into Rotom. Rotom is the perfect counter to this thing. As you guys can see, Flare Blitz did nothing. And go for Volt Switch right here. If he wants to go into Blissey, we can Volt Switch right out of here. Oh, he actually forfeits the match, so we win again. Let's look for another one. We're only 40 minutes in, so we can have some more games. Okay, we see Cress right here. Really annoying mon to face. He doesn't... well, he could have hazard removal in either Gliscor or Scissor. He could lead off with Ape or Swampert. I'm gonna lead off with Flygon. Okay, leads off with Infernape. I'm gonna go for EQ on him. I don't care if he goes into Gliscor or Cresselia. Okay, goes into Gliscor, that's fine. We can go into Rotom on that thing. Probably should have went for U-turn, it was pretty obvious he was gonna switch. But he could also have been Sash Ape and just ignore my Earthquake, and I really didn't want to risk that. And have him go for EQ or maybe Endeavor. But I'm gonna switch out, I'm gonna start the timer just to speed things up. Probably should do that each time at the beginning of the match, but... and yeah, what are you gonna do? Titan Death. He's gonna go for Knockoff, okay. Kind of annoying. I'm just gonna go for Hydro Pump. He goes into Cress and it does 18. I want to see if this is a specially defensive Cress or a physically defensive Cress. So let's go to Rotom and type Rotom in the Kak, I mean, and Hydro Pump did 18. Okay, and how much does it do to a physical set? Okay, he's probably specially defensive. I'm gonna Volt Switch right out of here and go into Empoleon. He goes for Toxic, nice. And I'm just gonna go for Toxic as well. Okay, goes for Psyshock. And we land the Toxic, nice. And this Cress is greatly crippled right now, and I'm gonna set up my rocks, break a potential Sash on this Infernape, and do some chip damage on the rest of his team. He isn't really that weak to rocks, but they are just nice. Rocks are pretty much always nice. And yeah, he's taking the time. I don't blame you. Maybe he's calcing something, or who knows. Okay, he switches out and goes into Ampharos. So this is probably Mega Ampharos. I really love that Mega with his weird hair, but he's probably go for an electric type move. I could make a read and go into Flygon, but if he goes for Dragon Pulse, Flygon is dead. I have to think about this for a while. Flygon isn't actually really useful in this game. I'm actually gonna do it. He goes for agility. Okay. That's not a good thing. He's agility Ampharos. So if he's Mega, he's gonna well, actually. Let's have a look. Mega Ampharos. Because Ampharos' speed drops when it Mega evolves. So we might still be able to outspeed him. UU agility. At +2 he is at 400. Well, what if he's max speed? 414, so we're still outspeeding him. How much is Flygon gonna do against a Mega Ampharos? Outrage knocks this thing out. But he could just stay in his normal form. Gonna go for EQ. Okay, we could have gone for Outrage and potentially knocked this thing out. Because he lives right now and actually he goes for Cut and Guard. I don't really know why. I can just go for another EQ, and if you want to switch out, fine, but you're dying upon entry. And yeah, he sacks his Ampharos just like that. He said, whoops. Probably didn't expect me to be scarfed, or... yeah, it's probably that. He sends out Swampert right now. We can't really touch Swampert. I used to have Energy Ball and Galvantula, but we didn't really encounter any Swampert, so I changed it to Thunder Wave, but now we fight a Swampert, so of course. I can just go into Rotom on this thing. He's probably gonna set up his rocks. Oh, goes for Earth Power, so it's a special Swampert. Gonna go for Hydro Pump and damage this thing. He switches out into Cresselia. But we can Volt Switch right out of here. And just go into Empoleon. Okay, goes for Moonlight. That's alright. I can just go for Scald right here. I don't think this thing can touch me at all. And the only thing that really could handle Empoleon was his Mega Ampharos, and it's dead now. Okay, goes in Swampert. Maybe we can burn him. Okay, we don't get a burn. How much is an Earth Power gonna do to my Empoleon? Swampert. UU defensive. Yeah, that's Earthquake, but... okay, I accidentally messed with the screen, so maybe something looked odd, I'm sorry. But what was I gonna do? Yeah, Earth Power. It does 39 maximum to Empoleon. Well, no, I'm not gonna risk it. Empoleon is really crucial in this game. Goes for Sludge Wave. I could have stayed in. Okay, what set is it, Swamp? Is it a spec set? I'm gonna go into Empoleon right here, and he could actually be specs. I'm gonna go for Scald, see what he wants to do. This is a really weird Swampert set. Spec Swampert. Okay, he switches out, goes to the Scissor. Maybe we can snag a burn on this thing. Okay, we don't get a burn. On Fort. We can go for a Scald right here. He goes for Roost. Okay, and we still don't get a burn. Kind of annoying. And I'm pretty... okay, he goes for SD. A burn would be really nice right now. We get a crit, but no burn. I'm pretty sure we just have to stay in. Okay, we have to get a burn one of these times. Right? Okay, he goes for U-turn, and of course he crits us, but we can't get a single burn. 30% chance. Of course. And he goes to Swampert right now. And we also don't get a burn on this thing. What is it? Go to Flygon, predict the Earth Power or Sludge Wave. Just the Earth Power. I'm gonna U-turn right out of here. Okay, he lives. But he's probably locked into what's called Earth Power, so we can go into Rotom right here. And I'm just gonna click Hydro Pump, but we miss. Okay, he's locked, so I'm gonna switch out. And go for U-turn again. Knock Swampert out finally. And... I'm gonna send out my Galvantula and try to get up Sticky Webs for the Infernape. If he decides to go Ape now, I'm gonna T-Wave it. Galvantula isn't really useful anymore. Well, it wasn't really useful to begin with. He goes into Ape right now, I'm just gonna go for T-Wave on this thing. Goes for Flare Blitz, but we have a Focus Sash. So he takes some large recoil and we paralyze it. And I'm just gonna set up my webs right now. He just goes for CC, so he's not Scarfed. I don't know what set it is, but my switching is now going to be, I guess, Gardevoir. We gain Blaze, well that's useful. Well for HP Fire, but I'm just gonna Mega Evolve and go for Hyper Voice right here, and this should knock Infernape out. Yep, especially with the special defense drop. And he could go into Scissor right now. No, he goes Cress. Okay, I'm gonna click Taunt. Nice, he went for Toxic and we can just go for Hyper Voice and stall this thing out. And well, after a few turns, I should pretty much... Okay, he's gonna give up, I think. Yep, so let's say GG. And let's do one more match. So yeah, as I said, this team is... Well, it's working pretty well for me. Yeah, I participated in one of those tourneys in the UU chat room. And I placed in the semi-finals, so... That's pretty nice. He has a Mega Sceptile, it seems like, Chandelure, Gliscor, Mantine, Togekiss and Raikou. Who am I gonna lead up with? Okay, he does have Hazard Removal in either Mantine or... Well, probably Mantine actually. I'm gonna lead off with Empoleon. Leads off a Gliscor. I'm gonna go for... Well, should I do that? Probably not. I don't want to take an EQ, especially... Okay, you just went for Stealth Rock. I could have Scalded you and burned you and basically put down your Gliscor, but no. Go for Hydro Pump. He goes for Knockoff, so we can get some major damage. No, of course not, we miss. Okay, good start, good start. Go for Hydro Pump again, I guess. Yeah, he goes into Mantine now, of course. I'm just gonna Volt Switch out of here. He might go for Toxic or Roost. Gonna send out my Empoleon. And... Gonna defog these rocks away. Okay, goes for Roost. And I'm set up my own right now. This thing can touch Empoleon. Except for Scald. So I can see him switch into either Raikou or Gliscor. Yeah, he goes into Raikou, so I could have Toxic that thing, but if he went into Gliscor I would have wasted a turn. He could go for Sub actually, so that's a problem. Going to Flygon. I don't predict a... Okay, nice. He goes for a Volt Switch right here. And... I'm gonna make a hard read and go for U-turn. I don't foresee him staying in. Well... Actually... No, let's go for U-turn. Okay, nice. I got the prediction right. And we can just go into Galvantula right here. I'm not gonna let you defog these things away. So I'm gonna go for a Volt Switch. He goes into Gliscor, that's alright. I'm gonna set up these webs right now. Actually, he's gonna go for a Stealth Rock, so there's nothing I can do about that. So I'm just gonna go for my sticky webs. And... Probably going to Rotom right here. Goes for EQ, nice. And... Let's go for Volt Switch, predicting the Mantine. I don't want to go for Hydro Pump and then have Mantine come in and... Okay, goes into Raikou, okay, that's alright. I can just go for Volt Switch right here. And now... Okay, this is kind of a problem because I can go into Flygon right here. Well, actually I could go into Heracross and I don't know how much guts Heracross is gonna do to this thing. Heracross. Guts is really annoying to all the time put guts in. And Raikou. Let's go for UU choice packs. Earthquake knocked this thing out. Just like CC. So, and I outspeed this thing because of the sticky web. So let's go into Heracross right here. Nice, and just go for... Well, it could go into Scissor actually, or Gliscor I mean. So let's go for close combat. I don't foresee him going into Chandelure, and if he goes into Chandelure I can just go for EQ next. So CC will knock this thing out and also damage Gliscor, that's why I'm going for CC over Earthquake. Goes into Mantine actually, so Mantine should go down. Nice. And we get rid of his defogger. He could actually have Togekiss as defogger, I hope not. Okay, goes into Togekiss right now, so that makes me think it is Scarfed. So I'm gonna go into Empoleon on this thing. Air Slash does nothing. And since he went Raikou last time, I'm gonna go for Toxic. Okay, it isn't Scarfed. But we land the Toxic, nice. So we cripple that thing. Who am I gonna send out next? I want to keep Empoleon healthy, so... If he wants to go for Aura Sphere, I can go into Gardevoir. Yes, he goes for Aura Sphere and that does 5. Okay, nice. And we can Mega Evolve right here and go for Hyper Voice, and this should knock Togekiss out. Okay, it doesn't. Togekiss is pretty bulky and he goes for Heal Bell, but that... Why do you have Heal Bell on a Gliscor team? I don't really see why. Just gonna go for Hyper Voice right here and knock this thing out. Nice. So Gliscor is now cured of his poisoning, so it isn't healed anymore. And that is kinda weird, but... Alright, yeah, well there's the Gliscor now. I just want to damage this thing because it's really I crit it. Unfortunately for my opponent, but that's really nice. We get rid of a major threat to the team. And he goes into Raikou right here. I forgot how much did... I really think it specs Raikou, but it could also be Assault Vest. Well, Psyshock kills it, so we can go for that. Okay, he has some defensive investment, it seems like. Okay, he gets the unfortunate Spadef drop, but should it matter, I'm gonna go for Hyper Voice right here. And he's down as well. So there's the Chandelure. I need Gardevoir for the Mega Sceptile, so I'm gonna switch out. And go into Empoleon right here. Goes for Shadow Ball. Okay, that and we get an unfortunate Spadef drop, really. I could have survived and potentially survived another Shadow Ball and go for Scald. That's annoying. Let's go for Scald right here. He's gonna knock me out. Alright. But I can just go into Heracross and click Knockoff. And that should do a lot of damage to Sceptile as well. Let's see. Even he's holding a Mega Stone probably, so... Okay, does 43, nice. And we might actually outspeed this thing now. So let's go for close combat. Yes, we outspeed it because of the Sticky Web. So this is why Sticky Web is really clutch on this team. With that, basically Heracross and Gardevoir can sweep. This Heracross actually doesn't have any switch in anyways, and on the Sticky Web definitely hasn't. And we should outspeed this Chandelure unless it's Scarfed. Well, if it's Scarfed we still outspeed it. And yeah, we win. It was Scarfed and we outsped it. And yeah, we win another game. We're now in the 1100s and I'm gonna end this episode off right here. So yeah, as I said earlier, if you have any team suggestions or anything like that, put them in the comments down below and I will check it out. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like it and share it and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.